Okay, welcome to the next lesson. This one is called No Failure. Nice title. I like it. And this comes from a website, actually. The website is lifecoachesblog.com. And the title of the article is, There is no failure, only learning experience. And this is one of my core beliefs, one of my central beliefs. It's a very powerful belief, and I recommend that you decide to have this belief also, because this belief will give you so much power and strength in your life. It's a vital core belief, a vital fundamental belief. By having this belief, you will learn faster and faster. You will succeed more and more. You will get everything you want in your life just by believing this simple thing. Let me read it and then I'll talk more about it. Here we go. There is no failure, only feedback. We say that there is no such thing as success, failure, happiness, or depression. Not that people don't feel these things, but that they're labels that we tack on to things afterwards. Your subjective experience of happiness is quite different from mine. All these emotional states are subjective processes. They're not things. They're things that we do. We don't have happiness. We do happiness. Happiness is not a thing like an apple is a thing. Happiness is a process. Failure is the same. There is no such thing as failure until we label something as failure. For example, contrast two different boys, boy 1 and boy 2. They're both learning how to ride their bicycles, and they're both fumbling about and falling down. Boy 1 says, I keep failing and failing at this again. Maybe I can't do this. Maybe I'm just a failure. Say this enough, and he starts feeling like a total failure, and he's not going to continue very long. Boy 2 thinks differently. He thinks, the last 2 times I fell down, I was holding my handlebar with only one hand. Maybe there's something to learn. After all, there was also one time I almost did not fall. So, I must be able to do it eventually. I just need to learn more. Boy 1 just doesn't get it because he treats his experience as failure. And he doesn't get anything out of his experience. Boy 2 develops his bicycle riding experience and skill because he doesn't beat himself up. He doesn't label himself as a failure. Rather, he sees every experience as learning. Now, imagine the opposite idea. Imagine how terrible and crazy the opposite idea would be. Imagine there is only failure and no learning experiences. Sounds kind of stupid, doesn't it? Well, it is stupid. The opposite is much more powerful and true. For if there is no failure, only learning experience, what would be different for you? How would that change your life if you had that belief? For example, when a missile is launched, it doesn't go in a perfect straight line to its target. along the way, it bumps into problems that cause it to go off course. But an accurate missile takes these experiences as feedback, as learning experiences, and it corrects its course along the way until it finally hits its target. You might be facing the same situation in different areas of your life. Some things are cruising along to their target very smoothly, while others are in the process of course correcting. If there was no failure in your life, only learning experience, how would your life be different emotionally, mentally, socially, physically, and spiritually? Okay, interesting little article. And very powerful and very simple, really. But this simple idea has so much power. If you will adopt this idea, if you will have this idea as your own and make it stronger and stronger and stronger. So that every time in your life, every experience is only a learning experience. There is no failure. No failure, only results. Only learning experiences. Only feedback. So if you had trouble with English in the past, you didn't fail, and you're not a failure. You learned something. What did you learn? Maybe you learned that grammar and translation are not effective learning methods. That's an important lesson to learn. A lot of people never understand that. So, wow, that's a powerful thing that you learned. Maybe you have learned since then that you can improve your English if you use the correct methods. It's an important lesson to learn. Maybe you learned that schools are not effective. And so maybe you can try something different, like learning independently, which is what you're doing right now. The point is, you don't label yourself as a failure. You don't say, I failed. You didn't fail. You learned something from those experiences. Or you can learn something if you will think differently. Every experience in your life can be seen this way. If you get fired from your job, well, you have some choices. You can decide that you're a failure. I'm a failure in my career. Something's wrong with me. That's one meaning you can give it. You can decide there's a failure. I have failed. Or you can decide there is no failure. There's only learning. And you can think, what have I learned? What have I learned? What did I learn from my job? What have I learned from being fired? And I went through this experience myself in my life. And being fired was a great learning experience. Fantastic. I learned a lot of great things. I learned things about myself. I realized that for me, the students were more important than a school or a boss. And I knew that would always be true. I learned that I like to be independent and make my own choices. I learned that I needed to be my own boss, that I needed to be independent. I learned that I had a great teaching system that students loved, but the status quo, the traditional teachers and administrators did not like. I learned a lot of lessons from that experience. I don't think it was a failure. I think it was a huge success, in fact. It was a great learning experience. In fact, when I look back in my life, it's usually the tough times, the difficult times, that were the best learning experiences, that changed my life the most and helped me grow the most. Not the easy times. And this is true for most people. Most people learn the most when times are tough. It's a great opportunity but only if you see it as a learning experience, only if you have this belief. If you decide, I'm a failure, I failed, you learn nothing. You just get sad and depressed and weak. There is no failure. There's only learning. Anytime you have a tough situation, ask the same question. What have I learned? What can I learn? What can I learn from this? What can I learn from this? No failure. You will never fail at English. You'll just learn. You'll learn which methods are best and which methods don't work. You'll learn what you like and what you don't like. You'll never fail. Okay, well, I hope you will think very deeply and seriously about this topic. It's a very important topic. It's so simple, but this small change can totally change your life. Never again use the word failure or fail, especially for yourself. Never. Speak only about learning. Speak only about results. Speak only about feedback. Never use the word failure for yourself. All right, well, that is the end of this lesson. I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, this is AJ. Welcome to the mini story for No Failure. There was a guy named Watt. Watt wanted to build his own motorcycle. Who wanted to build his own motorcycle? Watt. Watt wanted to build his own motorcycle. What did he want to build? He wanted to build his own motorcycle. Did he want to buy his own motorcycle? No, he didn't. He didn't want to buy one. He wanted to build his own motorcycle. He wanted to create his own motorcycle. So first, he tried to build a motorcycle. The first time he tried, the motorcycle exploded. What happened the first time? It exploded. The first time he tried to build a motorcycle, it exploded. Boom! Was he successful the first time? No, he wasn't. He was not successful. The first motorcycle exploded. What exploded? His first motorcycle. Watt's first motorcycle exploded. Boom! Watt felt bad. He beat himself up about it. Did Watt criticize himself after the motorcycle exploded? Yes, he did. He criticized himself. He beat himself up about the motorcycle's explosion. He beat himself up and he said to himself, "What? Damn it! You're so damn stupid! You're a failure!" What did Watt do? Watt beat himself up. He criticized himself. He said bad things to himself. He beat himself up. Why did Watt beat himself up? Well, because his first motorcycle exploded. His first motorcycle exploded, so he beat himself up. He beat himself up about it, and he said, "What? Damn it, you're so damn stupid. You're a failure." Who beat himself up? Watt. Watt beat himself up. He beat himself up about what? He beat himself up about the motorcycle exploding. He beat himself up and he said to himself, "Damn it, Watt, you're so stupid. You're such a failure." So he beat himself up for a while. He criticized himself for a while. But after he beat himself up, he decided to try again. The next time he tried, but he dropped his tools and he fumbled around. And he made a lot of mistakes, and the next bike would not start. Was he clumsy the second time? Yes, he was clumsy. He fumbled around. Did he drop his tools? Yes, he fumbled around. He fumbled his tools. He dropped his tools. He was clumsy. He made a lot of mistakes. Watt fumbled around the second time. When did Watt fumble around a lot? Well, the second time, while building the second motorcycle. The second time he fumbled around. He made mistakes. He dropped his tools. Who fumbled around? Watt did. Watt fumbled around. Watt made a lot of mistakes. Watt dropped his tools constantly. What did he do? He fumbled around. He fumbled his tools. He made mistakes. Because he fumbled around a lot, what happened? Well, the second bike would not start. The second motorcycle would not start. Did Watt beat himself up again? No, he didn't. The second time, he did not beat himself up. The second time, he got something out of it. Did he learn something after the second time? Yes, that's right. He learned something. He got something out of it. He got something out of the experience. He learned something from the experience. What happened after the second time? Well, he got something out of it. He learned. Who got something out of it? Who learned? Watt. Watt got something out of it. Watt learned. He got something out of what? He got something out of building the second bike. He learned from building the second bike. So did he get something out of it? Or did he learn nothing? He got something out of it. He learned something. Who got something out of it? Watt. Watt got something out of it. Watt learned something from the experience. And so he tried again. In fact, he built 108 more motorcycles. None of them would start. But each time he got something out of it. Each time he learned something new. He got something new out of it. Did he learn from each new attempt? Yes, he did. He learned from each new attempt. He got something out of each new attempt. Each time he learned something more. He got more out of it and more out of it. And finally, one day he said, "I get it! I get it! I know how to do it!" Did he finally understand how to succeed? Yes, he did. He said, "I get it! I understand!" Did Watt get it? Yes, Watt got it. Watt understood. What did he get? Well, he understood how to build a working motorcycle. What did he get? He understood how to build a motorcycle that works, that starts, that runs. Who got it finally? Watt did. Watt finally got it. Watt finally understood. And what did he say? He said, I get it! I understand! I get it! I know how to do it now! So he said, I get it. I understand. And he finally built a big, fast, red and black Harley Davidson motorcycle. What kind of motorcycle did he finally build? A big, fast, red and black Harley Davidson motorcycle. Who finally built a big, fast, red and black Harley Davidson motorcycle? Watt did. Watt finally built a big, fast, red and black Harley Davidson motorcycle. He was successful. He was happy. And so every day he cruised along the street with a huge smile. Did he drive along the street smoothly every day? Oh yeah, he cruised along the street. He moved on the street smoothly, without problems, no problems. His motorcycle worked perfectly. He cruised along the street every day. He moved smoothly. He drove smoothly along the street every day. Who cruised along the street every day with a big smile? Watt did. Watt cruised along the street every day with a big smile. Why did he cruise along the street every day with a big smile? Well, because he was happy. He was happy that he had a big, fast, red and black Harley Davidson motorcycle. He was happy. So when he cruised along the street, he had a big smile. What did he do every day? He cruised along the street. He cruised along the street every day. On what? What did he cruise along the street on? Well, on his motorcycle. He cruised along the street every day on his big, fast Harley Davidson motorcycle. And every day when he cruised along the street, he had a big, huge smile on his face. He was very, very happy. And that is the end of our mini story for No Failure. Hello, this is AJ. Welcome to the Point of View stories for No Failure. Let's begin. Watt has always wanted to build his own motorcycle. And for a long, long time, since he was quite young. So since he was very, very young, he has wanted to build his own motorcycle. And he has thought about it constantly. Each day for a long time. He's thought about it and he has thought about it. In fact, he has tried and tried and tried again. He has tried many times to build his own motorcycle. Now, the first time he tried, the motorcycle exploded. Boom! And after that happened, he beat himself up about it. He criticized himself and he said, "What? Damn it! You're so damn stupid, you failure!" And he beat himself up. But of course, he has tried and tried and tried again. And so the next time he tried, he dropped his tools, he fumbled around, he made a lot of mistakes, and the next bike, the second bike, would not start. However, that time, after the second bike, he got something out of it. He learned something. And he thought. And he learned. And then he tried again. He tried 108 more times. And finally, after the 110th time, he said, I get it! I get it! I know how to do it! He learned. He understood. And then finally, he built a big, fast, red and black Harley-Davidson motorcycle. And he cruised along the street. He cruised along the street every day with a big, huge smile on his face. He was really happy. Okay, next, let's go into the future. 50 years from now, there will be a guy named Watt. Watt'll want to build his own motorcycle. Now, he'll try. And the first time he tries, the bike will explode. Boom! It's gonna explode. And after it explodes, he'll beat himself up about it. He'll say, "What? Damn it, you're so damn stupid. You're a failure." He'll really beat himself up about it. But he'll try again. And the next time, and he's going to drop his tools and he'll fumble around and he'll make a lot of mistakes. And the second bike won't start. It won't start. But the second time, he won't beat himself up about it. He won't. No, he'll get something out of it. He'll learn. He'll learn and he'll try again. He'll try 108 more times. Until finally one day he'll say, I get it! I know how to do it! And then he's gonna build a big, fast, red and black Harley-Davidson motorcycle. And he'll cruise along the street every day. Vroom, 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 with a big, huge smile on his face. He'll be very, very happy. And that is the end of our point of view stories for No Failure. I hope you're very happy too. I hope you're always happy and strong and smiling and breathing deeply with strong physiology every time you listen to my lessons. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.